For the town that has one water tower and 2 stoplights,
991 official residents.
There's not a lot of room for error. So if the EF4 tornado that tore through east of Eustis had been just a little further west, this church gymnasium built to withstand an EF3 wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
The Eustis ISD banquet that was meant to be held here Monday rescheduled so they could store and distribute pantry goods.
Then they started bringing food, and then they started bringing clothes.
The National Honor Society banquet slated for this week rescheduled so these little volunteers could test out the donated toys. And finally, an athletic banquet rescheduled too so this mountain of water,
Trailer after trailer load,
could find its way to the people who need it.
It was all a blessing.
Drive just a few miles out of town and you'll begin to see why.
It came through pretty hard.
BJ Lewis's home wasn't destroyed, but the pump that brings well water through his faucets doesn't work without power.
You got all the water underneath you want, but you can't get it.
The man who retired and became a hay farmer had some barns destroyed,
When the wind started picking up, it got really dark.
and the tarps keeping rain out of his still standing home nailed down by some volunteer firefighters.
it's been really hectic.
Over the past few days, more than 20 departments have come in to help the Eustis VFD
Making sure everybody's safe and sound.
after the tornado that barely missed
A little wipe juices off them out.
still left its neighbors in need. Doug Murray, Good Morning East Texas, Eustis. For the Heddens family, their story on Saturday was like so many others.
The rain had come and we lost power.
Barbara Hedden's home south of Fruitvale
The direct path.
was hit directly. And so to the mother who wanted to take shelter in the first floor bathroom.
That's right.
One son said no and helped her into this underground cement hallway that saved them both from the storm above.
A miracle of God.
A violent storm
And we were crying out to him.
that left their family gathering place in ruins.
All the holidays.
This home played host to a large family.
Stuart is my 3rd son.
My brother Stuart, born in 1968,
Roland is the older brother.
8 years older than Stuart.
Stuart the younger, who enjoyed racing cars, served in the military, and raised a family.
At 46.
But as Stuart approached his 50s,
He developed a form of leukemia.
life took the coldest of turns.
He died 2 years ago on May 5th.
But something happened the night the tornado took away this home.
This is a strange occurrence.
The whirlwind that toppled bricks and 2x6s left a cloth flag flying proudly on a tree out front. Roland first noticed it when he came out of the shelter.
With a flashlight, was looking around to check things out.
He went back to Mom.
He said, Mom, there's an American flag flying in our front tree.
And then later realized it was Stuart's.
The ceremonial flag at his funeral 2 years ago this week.
Stuart was saying, I'm here. I'm still here with you guys.
So it was secured in place by that cable.
So the cable that was meant to keep this weakening tree from splitting kept a mother's precious item from flying away. A precious item that was retrieved, folded properly, and given a fresh seat at home. And so for the mother from Louisiana,
I'm from the Gulf Coast, and I'll take a hurricane any day over a tornado.
and the son who saved her,
It was surreal.
they survived as this kindred spirit flew not at full staff, but rather at full branch after the storms came through. Doug Murray, Good Morning East Texas, Fruitvale. It started out with a tip from a man named David Applewhite. He's a lieutenant with the Gregg County Composite Squadron, and he's been volunteering with his crew to help tornado victims. Well, yesterday they came across a man in a mobile home. Applewhite says he was a disabled veteran stuck there without power still. According to Applewhite, the man was surviving on food from his freezer that was soon to spoil and cooking it on a propane stove until his crew came along. Applewhite says they've driven so much over the past week they can't even remember where it was. They didn't exchange names, they just lent a hand. So we set out to find the mystery man today. And with Applewhite saying he might have been somewhere in Rains County, we checked around Emory with no luck. Then Applewhite called and said it might have been in Hopkins County, so we checked the back roads there too. Couldn't find him, so we asked around. David Rabin, who lives in the area, says,
I don't know.
and so we continued. This road. That road. And another. No luck. We know he's somewhere around here, but not sure exactly where. So for the mystery man somewhere in Hopkins County who was helped out by a Gregg County team, we're sorry we missed you today, but glad they found you yesterday, before it was too late. Applewhite says they got the man's truck unstuck from the mud, so he's mobile again. They got him some groceries, then were on their own way home. Here in the studio tonight, Doug Murray, KLTV 7 News. It continued without interruption.
We have this monthly food distribution here at the church.
One more after this.
A truckload of carrots, watermelon,
Pretty stinky.
onions,
They're fresh.
2,000 pounds of onions.
a ton of them, all going to a full line at the Crossroads Church in Canton.
Colby.
But today, this youth pastor says there were more hands on deck than usual.
The school's been shut down yesterday and today.
Because the storm that has parts of Canton still without power also left some students with another day off.
Normally, I'm not able to get out of class to come and volunteer. We got onions in that one.
Under the brim of that hat
Junior at the high school over here.
is Nick Schaefer,
I'm happy to help with whatever I can.
doing some lifting,
Excuse me.
someone who doesn't even go to church here.
Just helping out the people in need.
The view through the mirrored glasses of Juan Benitez is an earthquake of potatoes.
What are you studying?
I'm going to be in the military.
In the military.
U.S. Army.
All right.
He graduates high school this May.
I ship out on May 21st.
Really? Where are you going?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
And today he's packing,
Another bag?
stacking, doing it again, then distributing.
Tornadoes came through. You know, we're Kansas strong, and that's all that matters.
So to the students who volunteered their extra time,
An hour or two?
it's just another token of giving
Awesome.
after the storms came through.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Doug Murray, East Texas News, Canton.